All right, so this one's not too far away. It's in San Marcos. It's this one's called Apricot. Apricot, funny. I don't know. It's they do craft beer. Apparently, it's more of a restaurant. This one's 6.9. I got mixed reviews. I mean, I haven't personally been there and haven't tried too much of the beer, so the adventure is for me to do it. This is one that my girlfriend does like out of all the beers she's had from them. So based on that, it's a wheat beer with apricots in it. So everyone's doing peach and strawberries. All this stuff's coming on. They're doing this one. So honestly, in reality, before, when you had to rely on the way your grains came in and how the fruits came in, a lot of that influence was the necessity. So your Kush, your blondes, and more of them started coming in towards the fall. They got heavier. You know, in the beginning it was like the lagers, some of the ales. It used to just be that way. So they weren't doing it to create a flavor profile. It was just the way things came in throughout the year, and that's how they brew, and those became traditions. And then once we got a hold of it, we just do whatever we want when we want, because now you can get grains everywhere, you can get hops everywhere, you can now make them into pellets, which makes them last longer. And everyone argues and fights, you know, honestly, as long as you're not getting too much false influence, like you know, like chemicals or anything like that, things that are making it come off different, that's the only thing I'm not big on. So some will use some artificial flavoring, and I'm not big on artificial flavoring because they really will push as much as they can out of the fruit or something. But then when it doesn't really kick hard, then they start adding things that literally mimic texture, smell, and the flavor, so that you're not really tasting it, you're smelling a little bit that influences your brain to believe you're tasting it. And it's a little off for me. I mean, I'm a little older, and I've been drinking for a while. Like, some things, you know, they're very artificial. It's very unappealing. So I had one. I'm gonna try one now. It's the next day. A lot of foam because it's a wheat beer. It's not too strong in the aroma, but definitely got a beautiful color, which should usually be from the characteristics of the actual fruit, and because in most malts, especially with wheat on, they're gonna be a little lighter. You're not toasting it, but even then you can get I guess what they call it, a malt syrup, basically, where you cook it down and eventually will start browning the sugars. But that's not ideal. That's, I guess, cheaper, more affordable, because now you can cook everything down and then hold it, and as long as it doesn't get contaminated, it's good for a long time. Getting very clean, crisp apricot from it. That's what I'm worried about. But it smells very nice. As far as a wheat beer, it's very light, refreshing. It's not super heavy. It feels very vibrant with the apricot in there. Once I taste it, it tastes kind of perfumey. That's why I don't know. It could be because they dried it. I don't know. I don't know the whole process. It's not saying it on here. The SRM's on the lighter side, probably like 6 or something. But it's a beautiful color. It's not super strong. It's very enjoyable. It feels like more of a end of summer, beginning of fall type of beer, but not bad. I definitely want to enjoy this, and anyone that's not big on wheat beers, this might be something you might enjoy more. But I am getting like on the side, a type of bitterness. Usually these ones and blondes, you're not having too much hops, probably none at all, just really minimal, because when you do cook the malts, you're pulling all the sugars out, and for some people it's very sweet. So to tone down the sweetness, you put in the hops and it balances out. You put in more hops and you get a completely different flavor profile. But this is very enjoyable. I can see taking this to like a pool party or a barbecue, and you're hanging out, you're just chilling. You're not trying to chug. You don't want a crushable beer. You just want to hang out and have a good time. Be responsible, which is a good thing. There's nothing wrong with just having a couple beers and relaxing and enjoying yourself. So it is a little higher on ABV, 6.9. It is not a punk beer, so be careful. Want something different? You don't want peaches or strawberries? Here you go. All right, thank you. Let's see. It just says Superior Craft Beer, so they call themselves. So the can looks like, it's a little funny, it's adorable. So you haven't subscribed and you're checking me out, just subscribe, check it out. Just see what I have to offer. I am doing my best to fill in, really just enjoying the profile of the beer. I'm not getting too in depth on the breweries. I do get some knowledge and I put them on throughout the videos. Once I get more momentum, probably next year, I'll start focusing on breweries and do like a week to actually hit 4 beers from the breweries, actually break them down. So if you're nearby, you can, like, I haven't been there, which one I want to go to, you know, and there's already some that I've been to, they're just chill. And it's what you're looking for. Some are really doing a lot to have a lot to offer, and some are just chill. St. Arnold's still relaxed. They just opened their beer garden. So now you can really go and be in a happening spot and have some good beer. A lot of them over here, they have their food trucks outside, which is great. But the ones that do have restaurant, or yeah, if you have the restaurant in the inside, or it's just their policy, because you know, if someone's allergic, it sucks. But I do like being able to take our dog and go to the porch or inside and just have him hang out instead of being cooped up in the house, you know. Gesture King's a big open area, so I imagine you could just be outside enjoying yourself, and then one person orders a drink. So we'll go from there. I'll check them out a little more, see what they are. I guess it's more of a restaurant from what I hear, but I'm gonna look more into it. But for right now, this is a pretty decent apricot beer that I haven't seen anybody else have right now. We'll see what happens. Enjoy.